Hi everyone, welcome back to Snooze It or Use It, collaboration with myself and Wonder and Dreamer 555 here on YouTube. This is a very special one because it is the last day of the year of 2022 or 2022. I hope, I pray that 2023 is a lot better than this year. I think that we're on a downslope of the worldwide chaotic thing that's been going on for the last 2.5 years. So I'm hoping that people can get it together. But anyway, I made a video, an unboxing video in November for this. I didn't release it, just like I didn't release the December's 2020 2022 kit. If you would like to see it, just let me know and I'll post it the first couple of days in the new year. So Snooze It or Use It is where we take one stamp that we really, really like and we create something, and then we take a stamp that was like, I would never, could never, and do something with that. So I like him, I like the truck, and then I like the cup, the snow, the this thing, cup of cocoa with marshmallows. So I think of all of them, my most favorite one is, ooh, I think we're gonna do this one. Oh, so that's our use it stamp. And then our snooze it stamp is this thing. I don't know what the heck. It's a background stamp for something. But what? I don't like it. To be just, and this will probably be the next one. The thing is, if I use these together, I feel like I have to use Santa to go on top of it as a something, and I don't want to do that. I also am not very fond of these trees either. I mean, none of these appeal to me. None of them say, "Hey, girl, use me." These are also, in my opinion, usable. You could use these in background. So, with our little cup of cocoa, let's see what it says. "'Tis the season to be jolly." I think that's the sentiment we're gonna go with. And then I guess we'll go with the trees. Even, yeah. Let's see. Yeah, I think we're gonna. I'm gonna use this stamp with Santa Claus at another point, not today. So another snooze it would be this, and I think I'm gonna make ice cream cones, right? Because we could turn this into an ice cream cone. Some snowflakes stacked. Let me stop playing. No, I'm serious. You could turn this into a snow cone, but we're gonna do it in a traditional tree matter situation. So let's go ahead and get started. All right, so we have, well, I have stamped out this image and I stamped out this image. I want to fussy cut this out and put it on top. I am only a slight bit concerned with my coloring at the moment. So I'm just going to try to drag some of this blue off, I guess, and around this little star snowflake. I guess they drew the shadows where they thought the mug would have shadows. And as you all know, currently, I need to start, but I don't really pay much attention to the shadows in coloring this, that is. I should. All right. And then we have our cocoa, our, our cocoa, our marshmallows. And I want to get them like a little brown tint to them. That's too brown. I pulled out the markers. I checked it and I was like, I think it's this one that I want to use right here. Let's see. Yep. So, like when you dip your marshmallows, they get a little bit tinged with the whatever color you have going on in your cup. And then they just start to dissolve and melt away. That's what we're doing right here. We dipped them once. They pop back up to the top. and these are starting to sink and melt. I think this is probably one of the few ways that I actually like my cocoa. I mean, marshmallows. I'm not a big marshmallow person. And we're doing our use it first. Normally we do our snooze it first, and I always have reservations about the use it at the end. I'm like, oh, this snooze it is pretty cool. Today we're doing it the opposite way. We're gonna go ahead and cut this out. All right, so we cut it out, and now we're gonna go ahead and just do a little bit of coloring up these spruce leaves. And we're gonna stamp right on top of the image on the card. We're not going to um, make a layer piece, anything like that. All right, so we're back. My goodness. Okay, so we are back. I have cut a piece of paper that I want to go on here. It comes from the Halloween pad at Joanne Park Lane is the name of it. And then we got this. We're going to do some other stuff to this. I'm just going to hopefully cut a small sliver off. Just a little bit. I'll tell you, this recording is a hot mess. That's all I'll say. All right, so we got this. And we're going to put this glue. And I haven't been, not on purpose, but I have been missing my edges. I need to work on that better. All right. So here we go. Blank on the inside. Just slide this up just a little bit. Just going to burnish this in. All right, so I went around and edged the cup up a little bit so that if I cut too short in some areas, you couldn't really tell. And then I put a little bit of cocoa, I mean, not cocoa, what is this word? The marshmallow. And I think I need to trim this out a little bit, that little bit right here. Okay, so let's see. Yep, and we're going to go ahead and color brown on the inside of the mug, just so we know that it's cocoa, baby. Little roommates always say, "Can I have a hot a cup of hot cocoa?" You know, when you have TV that's influencing you, like he asked me some question. He's into Garfield right now. Like they've updated Garfield, but it's still the same. But now Odie doesn't like normal either, which after watching a few episodes of it or hearing normal talk, I don't blame Odie. You know, Odie's my favorite. He's such a cute little dog. Um, but Garfield's still the same lasagna eating fat cat that they have. You know, I think he'll always be renowned as a lasagna eater, right? I don't even know if lasagna is really healthy for cats in real life. So we got this. And now you're probably like, why did you do that and not pop it up? I'm going to pop it up. We're going to pop it up right now. If you weren't thinking, I definitely was. I was like, don't forget the phone. Don't forget the phone. We're going to cheat a little bit right here as well in case. I mean, this card isn't going anywhere, but in case it was, and the person was like, oh, did they color it? I mean, you could just color it all crappy too, because no one's going to see that. Whenever I buy stamps from the Dollar Tree, I always check, not stamp stickers, I always check to see if they have it colored. And sometimes they don't. Some brands don't have it all colored, I should say. But I swear the Dollar Tree and Hobby Lobby and Michael's, I haven't really seen it at Joann Fabric, but it's probably at Joann Fabric too. They all have the same stamp, the same stickers, just in different packaging. Gotta be. All right. There we go. Gave it a little bit of depth. See? Cheat. That's a good cheat if you didn't know. All right, so now we're going to take this gold trim, this twine. I'm going to put some tape. Now this tape I'm using right now is from Hobby Lobby, and the jewelry's still out on it if it's a good tape or not. It unravels really easily, so that's something to keep in mind, but wrong way. I'm not sure. I'm not convinced yet, I should say. All right. Just gonna tape that there. And this is, it's okay to be a little bit loose. And then I'm just going to drop some art glitter glue on the front. And I wanted to cover this spot up. Oh, come on, Artie. I cannot believe the year is gone. It went by slightly fast. But I feel like when you get older, the years go faster than when you're younger. Because in my head, this is my philosophy, right? We've seen, as you get older, you see a lot more. You're a little bit supposedly wiser than you were as a small child. And then you tend to have more responsibility. So we're just going to wind this a few times. None of it's touching that glue, huh? And there we go. Last time. We're going to make sure that we have this here. Cut. There we go. Now let's move this down where we need it to be moved to. Alrighty. And now I want to take the top and I'm just going to curl some glue. Our Snooze It. I do have an idea for the Snooze It. I think I did this the last time though, so hopefully it looks good. Okay, so I just want to go on the record and say I was going to use this thing right here, and it looks like this. I used different inks. I did use Distress inks, and these are probably drying out some because one of them has a loose top and the other one doesn't. Also, I probably need a roller, and I didn't want to do all that. So we're just going to keep this as is and go ahead and do the thing. Hopefully it still comes out great. All right, so we're going to be using Tide Pools, Emerald Green, and this other ink from Ranger Crack Pistachio. The first two that I mentioned are from Hero Arts. So let's go ahead. And I think for the most part these are like for layering situations, but we're going to use it as a non-layering situation. Pull this paper out. And so what I think we're going to do, and I want to say we did this last time as well. I know I had said something about trying to do a background. This was a failure though. So we're going to see. And I don't even yeah, I don't know. I have no opinion really about it right now. I just, ooh, this is succulent. It's a lot of ink in here. I haven't used these before, so let's see. We're going to do some generational stamping, I see. Wow. You know what? Let's see if we can't do this like this. We're going to, uh-oh. That emerald green didn't really give me a bunch of green. And then here's our little scales. This would be cute as mermaid tail. Like this is her body and the tip. So this is her upper body, right? Waist down below. That would be cool. All right, so now we're going to use cracked pistachio. And this cracked pistachio is another greeny blue color. So it's more green, but I feel like it has some. Of course, it has blue in it because yellow and blue make green. You know what I'm saying? And we're gonna come right here. There we go. And of course, we're gonna cut this edge off too because somebody can't get their act together. All right, so that is that. I don't know. Yeah, like I said, this is the snoozes that we have. For me, at least, is a legit snooze it. The only thing I can see is this one doing something different, like mermaidy or whatever. Other than that, no. And we're just gonna do Merry Christmas right here. Now it may look, which I'm not gonna try because I don't think those are cool looking. Great artwork, just not my thing, right? All right, so here we go. We're gonna put this right here. That's cute, like that. Let's cut this down though before we do any more work to it. All right, so sometimes you can't save stuff. You just got to start over. But considering that this is the snooze it, I don't have anything to start over and work with. I did want to try to use that background stamp, like I said earlier. So what we're doing is just putting in some shaded lilac snowflakes. And these little snowflakes, I must admit, are very, very cute. So if you were doing, um, not gilding wax, embossing, they would look good. And I was thinking maybe these would look good embossed too. I don't know. I have no clue. We don't want to do too much, but again, it seems like one of my cards always turns into like a backgroundy card, and here we are. I think we're done. I did want to try to pull this purpley color that I used in, so I'll show you real quick. All right, so we are using this another Hobby Lobby prefabricated card. I'm going to use this side to cover this up. We're using this paper from Michaels. It's the 6x6 Safe Freeze. I think it's like the third or fourth year in a row that they've done it, which I love the Safe Freeze. It has a little snowman on it. I love it. But this is the back side, and this is the side we're using, just like this. And so let's go ahead and glue all this stuff down. All right, so these are the completed cards for this month's Snooze to Use It using November 2022 Kit of the Month from Unity Stamp, A Season of Santa. Yeah, I really do like these three. The sentiments goes without saying that they're going to be beautiful sentiments, but the rest I'm not even sure if I could say that. I won't even get into it, but um really like doing this one. Simple, very simple, easy peasy. A little bit different. I wanted it to look a little bit like used or anyway. And then this one, I like yeah, these trees. I did this card last month, either month before last, because I couldn't think of anything with other things because those were the least favorites of mine. But anyway, I hope that you click the description box, see what Wonder and Dreamer 555 has created. I'm quite sure it's something amazing. I wonder if we have some of the same stamps used for our Use It or Snooze. I want to say thank you all for watching. Until next time, have a wonderful new year and happy crafting.